Hey everybody, welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. This is episode 98. Wow. And it is July 22nd. It is a Friday. I hope everybody is well. I am here recording at home. I have one more week and then we are out of town on vacation. So I would really love for that 100th episode that is coming up very soon. It might be from another location or it might just be with clips from that vacation. I don't know. It just depends on the timing and how I feel about it. But it's coming up soon, which is very exciting. The Around Your Neck cowl is going swimmingly. I actually pulled a prize winner from the chatter thread. That person has not contacted me. It was for a lovely skein of Homespun House yarn, single ply, gorgeous speckled skein. So if you have commented or chattered at all in that thread, then you need to go back and check and see if you won. It was several pages ago now, but there is a winner. If I don't hear from you before I go on vacation, or really probably by, let's say, the next 3 days, so July 25th. If I don't hear from you by July 25th, then I am going to go ahead and pull a new winner. Because it's been a couple of weeks and yeah, I think we should get that yarn into the world. So I have a finished object to show you this week, some works in progress, and a couple of items of new lovely things that have come in. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? My finished object this week is my Camp Loopy number 2 project, which is the Volga Shawl Cowl scowl thing. It is enormous. This was knit out of 2 skeins. So you can see there's kind of cast on at this end like a shawl and work each side separately, and then it sort of grows and gets bigger. And then you get down to here. And this is the bind off little point down there. This is one side. It has those 3 eyelet sections. And this side has 2 larger sections. So let me see if I can. The great thing about this is it totally, I could probably wrap it around 3 times if I really wanted to. It's just a good cowl. You could have it longer. You could really, like this point could go down and really be like big bandana. I haven't really played with it a whole lot as far as finishing and how to wear it, but so it's a lot bigger. And then you can see that point goes down quite a bit. So yeah, super fun knit, very, very easy, very easy, because literally I think you cast on 3 stitches and then there's like no bind off really, which I was thinking, how in the heck do you not bind off? And you don't. It's a cool little stitch thing that they do at the end, and it's really great. So I encourage you, if you are at all interested in knitting something like this. The construction was very intriguing, which was fun. Yeah, so that's Volga. I knit this out of about a skein and a half, or a little more than 1.5 skeins of Dream in Color Smushy in the Amber Glass colorway. I'm gonna take it off because it is summer and it's stinking hot. But I was a little anxious about this color. It is definitely out of my wheelhouse, but I think it's okay. I mean, I'm pretty, I said I was going to take it off, but now I want to see. I like this kind of in the front. That's why I always have to sort of zhuzh it to to go that way. But yeah, I think the color's okay, right? Yeah, I totally think so. So anyway, so that is Volga, and like I said, I loved knitting it. I did this as a little mini knit along with Shayna, who is Shayna Lines on Instagram. I got the chance to meet her at Zombie Knitpocalypse earlier this summer, and she's just such a sweet, sweet friend, lovely personality, and that was our fun little knit along. So, oh, and I will say, this yarn, like, look at that stitch definition. It's amazing. Every single stitch is just perfect. Just with how it blocked out. The yarn softened up quite nicely after washing. It's like an extra, like one little loop that's like a tiny bit bigger than all the other ones. How funny. But yeah, just as far as this yarn, I could not be more pleased. So that is my finished object for this week. I have some works in progress that I would love to show you. I have been working on socks a little bit, not a ton. I finished the first sock tube for my Alice socks. I've been to several movies lately, so this has been great movie knitting. This yarn is Desert Vista Dye Works in the Zombody's Curiouser colorway. It is Alice in Wonderland inspired, and I just love how it worked out. So I will finish both socks and then put in my heels. And I haven't decided if it's going to be a contrast color heel or if it will be out of the same yarn. I haven't quite decided. And I cast on the cuff. I actually have done a couple rows of a pattern, but it's so small you won't be able to see it. It's on the other side, so I'll just keep it on this side. But this is a test knit for someone, and it is a 1x1 rib to start, and it will have cables. Like, you can sort of see that it's going to start cabling right there. So I love this yarn. I mean, it is that awesome and pink and lovely. This yarn was gifted to me, and it is, I have the tag down here. It is Colorful Eclectic Dye Works with her little stitch marker that she included. That's hot pink, of course. So Colorful Eclectic Dye Works, and the colorway is I Believe in Pink. So super cute. It's a Stellina base. It's just, I loved it, and I thought it would be perfect for a sock pattern that was going to have a lot of texture and cables. So I cast that on the other day and haven't really done too much. I need to find a cable needle or some sort of something to use, and I haven't pulled that out of my crafting area yet. So when that happens, I'm sure that will zoom along a lot quicker. I have also been working on my Clairvoyance socks, and oh, I didn't say that last bag that I was using is from Maple Moose Fibres, and that was gifted to me as well. And this bag is Girl Cave Bags, and this was a trade with the lovely Susan. We bag traded. So my Clairvoyance socks I'm enjoying immensely. These are, out of the kind of socks that I'm working on right now, these are the easiest to travel and kind of bring in the car because they're vanilla. But something smells really good, like in here. I wonder if it's the yarn, or I don't know. Something smells really yummy, like vanilla-ish. I must have had lotion or something on the last time I was using this. It smells good. But the yarn is spun right round in the Clairvoyant colorway. Hold that up close so you can see the beautiful kind of cotton candy speckles. My stitch marker is from Sucra Miniatures, and it is a speckled donut on top of a pink speckled cupcake. Because of course. And since I can't really eat cupcakes or donuts anymore, I figure I'm going to have all of the stitch markers of them. But this is my very normal sock pattern. It is a 2x2 rib, maybe 15, 16 rows of ribbing. I knit a leg until I felt like I was done. I don't think I counted. And then I did a fish lips kiss heel, and now I'm working down on the foot. So this one is top down, which I do sometimes. Just kind of depends on my mood. I think this one I cast on at Zombie Knitpocalypse in June, and the only extra needles I had with me were wooden DPNs. So that was the kind of the theory behind why these got top down on DPNs. And the needles that I'm using are Knitter's Pride. They're like a rosewood cubics, and I actually really, really enjoy them. I would say that if I couldn't knit on my signatures, that these would maybe be next. These wooden needles are quite nice. They have some flexibility to them, so I mean, they will give and kind of warm in your hands, and so they're not as hard as a metal needle. But my signature DPNs are still my first choice. So that is that, and this little DPN cozy was a gift from a viewer. So thank you. And I love these colors. This just feels like a Dianne sock to me. It's like a mane, a hair mane. Lovely. So cute. So yeah, so that is that. And like I said, that is in my Girl Cave bag. Let's see. The last work in progress that I've been working on this week, I finished that Volga shawl, and it was pretty brainless as far as the pattern. I mean, it was just eyelets and increases and decreases and very plain stockinette, and I felt like I needed something, I felt like I needed something with a little more, I don't know, a little more interest, like to engage me a little more. So I pulled out a shawl work in progress that I started probably back in February, I would say. And this was the Roma Hill Mystery Knit Along shawl for this year. And this has already been released, so I'm not, months ago this was released. So I'm not spoiling at all. But I had finished the top section here, and I had done this where you added in a little bit of the second color, and then I maybe had gotten to like right there, just barely into this second clue. And so I finished this clue. It's these little fish looking lace things. And I'm into clue 3, which is now with this contrast color. And I am starting some lace down there. You can see some yarn overs and eyelets and things appearing. There are 2 different yarns that I'm using in this. Very different in structure and what they're made of, and really even size yarn. I guess I just needed to cast this on in one of these colors. So I don't know otherwise that I would have maybe paired these 2 together, but actually I'm happy with it. So this color, which is sort of the pinky, mauve, peachy, I don't really know what color it is. It kind of changes in every light. But this color is called Heirloom, I believe. Yeah, and it's by Fiber Story. And it's a 100% superwash merino sock yarn. 400 yards. 400 yards for 3.5 ounces. So just your very standard sock fingering weight yarn. That's this one. This yarn is the contrast color. It is, I would say, a light fingering weight, so it is a little bit thinner. It is Anzula Cloud in the Sexy colorway. And it is 575 yards for, I don't know how many ounces. Okay, so I think I was talking about the colors of the yarn. So this is the second color, and this is Anzula hand-dyed yarn. Cloud is the base. It is a light fingering weight. This one's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. The colorway is called Sexy. Just makes me laugh. I don't know why. And it is 575 yards for, it doesn't say the ounces, the weight, but I would imagine that they're, you know, within a little bit of each other. And so this one has a couple hundred more yards, almost 175 more yards than this one. So definitely this one is a little bit thinner. And yeah, but I still am really happy with the way that it's knitting up. I don't feel like it's super noticeable. The texture of the yarn is noticeably different. I mean, because this one is so amazingly soft with the cashmere in it. And it's a little bit looser plied. I'll show you that as well. So you can see that this one is a 2-ply. And it's fairly loosely plied. This one is much more tightly twisted. So the structure is a bit different. What it's made out of is a bit different. It's really just different. But I don't care. Like I said, it is very unlike me. I even have a hard time mixing dyers. Like if I'm making something out of, you know, Madeline Tosh, I want to use all Madeline Tosh. If I'm making something out of, you know, whatever, I just like to have it all the same. But I really wanted to cast this on, I think, when that mystery was coming out, and there's that. Yep, it's gonna be really nice. And it's a really, really big shawl, so I think it's gonna block out amazingly. So yeah, so that is that project. I'm really happy to be working on it again. I love that lace is hard. This one section right here was no joke. I mean, that was like a turn off everything, pay attention. I didn't mark down where I had left off, and so it probably took me 45 minutes to figure out what I was doing before I could even get going again. But yeah, I love lace. I love that it's hard. I love that you have to think about it. I love that I make mistakes and that I have to start over a lot. And then when it's all said and done, that satisfaction of it being beautiful and right and finished is just so amazing. So that is that. I do have a couple of, it's 2 different purchases, but it's several skeins of yarn. So I finished the first 2 projects for Camp Loopy, which honestly, that's the first time I've ever finished 2. I've several times finished 1. Last year, I got halfway through the second one and just lost steam. Something else was happening last summer, I can't remember. And then this year, so this is the first year that I've actually finished the second project. So I've purchased yarn for the third project. I am really excited about what I'm going to be knitting. The third project I will be knitting, it has to be 800 yards, and it has to be, the prompt was from a pattern from another country. So, but from someone in a country different from where you live. Well, we all know that I love Joji Locatelli's patterns, and I've test knit for her several times, and just love her design aesthetic, and I love the way she writes patterns. And so that was a perfect opportunity for me to look through what I have from her and to knit a new pattern. So I chose the 3-color cashmere shawl, which I know so many of you have probably knit and you love it and it's amazing. It had to be 800 yards, so that one definitely fits into that category. I ordered 4 skeins of Hedgehog Fibres to try and decide, what I want to knit with. And I think I have it narrowed down, but I'm going to show you what I'm thinking, and any feedback would be great. So I purchased these 4 colors. So this is Hello Lovelies / needle adjacent things. These are all Hedgehog Fibres. These are the 4 colors that I purchased. Purple, and I definitely am like a yellow gold mood lately. Like I'm just really drawn to it. And then gray and white with speckles. So this white one is I definitely wanted this in it, for sure. And I really was also drawn to this color being that one accent on that 3-color cashmere shawl. She shows it in 2 colors of gray and then like a bright green. But this one is going to be, for sure, my accent color. And so I was thinking that these 2 would be the stripes, kind of the different width stripes. I think it's colors A and B. I don't know, but these 2 would be that, and then this would be my accent. And then I, thought, well, maybe not purple, maybe gray, but I feel like I really like the purple with it. So this is what I'm thinking. But then I was showing it to my husband and saying, hey, what do you think? What would you put together? And he actually said, these 2 as the stripes with this one as the accent stripe. So now I don't know. And I get where he's coming from with this, because these are similar. And this would just really, really stand out. Whereas this one, these stripes will be high contrast, and this will be high contrast as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, this bright neon in some spots, greenish yellow, is going to be bright no matter where it is. There's also something sort of appealing about having an LSU colored shawl, because I am a Louisiana girl, and that makes me so excited. So that's what I'm trying to decide. I still feel like I want these 3. That's my first instinct. But we'll see. So if you're interested in the colors that I purchased, like I said, these are all Hedgehog sock yarn. This one is Construct, which I love. I love that like brown in there. This one is Velvet, which is sort of a bluey purple. It is it's more blue than actually the camera is making it look. It looks like it's very similar to my shirt, when in actuality, this is much more blue. So yeah, so there's that. Then this is Banana Legs, which just that name cracks me up. And then this one is Crybaby. So it has all of these neon. I didn't even notice that. That's like a It's almost like neon orange sort of brushed against it. That's really cool. Just love these neon pops. I think that would be super fun. And then with this, I feel like that's just bam. So that is for Camp Loopy. That came in. And then I have one other order that came in, and I have looked at this dyer for so long and really just needed to try her yarn. So I purchased two things from Yarn Inc. She is on Etsy. And I purchased one mini skein. This is the colorway Taffy. And so it's these pinks and mint colors with these pops of orange. And this is on a sparkle base. So it is super duper sparkly. And this color, this is a full skein of sock yarn. And it is Neverland is what it's called. So it has this kind of tan, I would say it's more of a butter color in real life. It's kind of a buttery tan color that's going to run through here, and then these other sections of speckles on the white natural, which I just love. I think it's so pretty, and I'm always drawn to these soft colors. So I super duper love this one too. This one is very similar to that Clairvoyant, which is why I only got a mini of this one, and then I got a full skein of this one because I was interested to see this dye technique and how it knits up. So that is pretty much it as far as the regular show goes. I do want to show you a couple of things that I'm excited about that are in the shop. One is in the shop right now, and the other is coming soon to the shop. This actual bag, and then more in this style. Probably, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. Just whenever. Actually, it won't be tomorrow because I'm gone all day tomorrow. But maybe Monday, early next week, so that I can ship it before I go out of town. But I have these lovely bags. There are two of these bags. These are the sock sized. They do not have the hardware, the drawstrings or anything like that. This is just a bag. It will not have a zipper pull, but it is a lovely, it's the standard size, and it's got these big zippers, so you can totally grab the zipper easily. And then my favorite part of this bag, it does have the flat bottom. My absolute favorite part of this bag, other than the outside, which is kind of amazing, it's these beautiful, almost like 30s inspired little flower circles, is this lining. It's a feed sack, so like feed sack slash seed packet. That's what I really was looking for, seed packet. And I love it. I think that's so cute. So it's like a little farmer's market bag with the flowers and the packet lining. It's just so bright and fun and summery. It's a perfect summer bag. So there are two of these that don't have the drawstrings, and then I also have another. It's this same fabric on the top, and then it's got a really pretty like ticking, green and red ticking fabric on the accent on the bottom. It does have the zipper pull, and it has that same seed packet lining. And then this is a new size that I'm, kind of toying around with. I really love it. I think it's great. I just love the size of it. But this is what I will probably be calling my new Notions pouch. It does have a gusseted bottom. It's 2 inches on the bottom. And you can see this is another, like a gray version of that seed packet fabric, which I just think is so great for spring and summer. This is a gray version. This does have the regular kind of standard small zipper. It doesn't have the wide mouth. And then the lining, I used some of that leftover acorn fabric. So it's super sweet. This holds, I should have brought something over here to show you what it holds. I don't have anything. I'm a loser. But it holds signature needle DPNs. It can hold my iPhone. It can hold my, and I have like the 5S, 6S, 5S? Yes, a 5. So if you have like one of the really huge iPhones, it's not going to hold that. And maybe some of the bigger Androids, it won't hold those either. But it holds a pretty sizable, like an iPod, iTouch sized phone. It will hold tampons. It will hold pencils and pens, signature needle tubes, crochet hooks, all extra DPNs. I mean, it's very nice. So it's perfect for knitting notions. It's perfect for if you have a kiddo that has colored pencils and they want to take it around for their coloring book. If you are an adult coloring book lover and want something cute to carry your markers or pens or crayons in, perfect little thing for you. If you just need a cute little pouch to discreetly take with you to the restroom for feminine products. So this is just one of those bags that I think because of its size, it's just kind of a perfect little size. So this will be coming soon. I will have, some of these in these fun little seed packet fabrics because I'm really enamored with those right now. But I'll have some other things as well. So I think that is it. Thank y'all so much for watching again and again and again and again. I am always and forever grateful that you take the time to spend a little bit of time with me. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.